We're going to chat a little bit of England now. So we've got a former England striker, Paul Mariner, to discuss the qualification campaign, which is on the verge of qualifying for the Euros, but the squad that's been announced for the games coming up against Montenegro and Kosovo. Let's take a look, first of all, at the goalkeepers and defenders. No Kyle Walker.
I don't know why there is. I think he's playing amazingly well for City. We haven't really had an explanation why he's not in the squad. But having said that, he normally plays right back. Trent Alexander-Arnold is playing incredibly well for Liverpool. So I just like the balance of what he's put together there.
We're going to have a look at the midfielders and the attackers. Then we'll get you to pick the 11 that you would start in the first of the two qualifiers. Now there is a recall for James Maddison. Now you can do your jokes about casinos and puns about gambling and whatever. First of all, should he have been recalled after missing the last game through injury and then being spotted at a casino? Yeah,
I mean, probably got a slap on the wrist. There's no two ways about that. But he's a talent. There's no doubt about it. This lad can play. He gets up and down. He's creative. I have a lot of time for him. I really do. I think the lad Mount at Chelsea, I think he's, really transformed from playing for the Championship with Frank and then coming down to Chelsea. I think he's been fantastic.
Let's take a look at the side that you've selected, and you've got pace, you've got power, you've got legs as well in this team. What was your thinking behind that, and who did you kind of hum and haw about whether or not they should be in there?
The only one that I really was I did not mix feelings. It was Sancho and Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi I left out. I normally would have had him in front of Sancho, but purely and simply because he's not played as much football. I think it's a toss-up, but I do like the pace on the flanks there. Sterling in incredible form. Harry Kane, obviously your captain. There's no better centre forward. Maybe say in Europe when he's on form. And I just think Henderson, the way that Henderson has took the role at Liverpool of being the leader, being the captain, being the man. I just think that him sitting in front, holding and letting Mount and Maddison go forward and do the work with Alexander-Arnold on the outside and Chilwell bombing down the left-hand side. I think it's a very exciting team. Not only will it score goals and create chances, but when they lose possession, they won't get caught on the break.
England don't struggle in qualifying. They've not done for years and years. They've got an unbelievable qualifying record. That defeat last time out was a very rare one. It's when they get to the main and major tournaments. Now, the team that you've put together and the squad that they're likely to have, they're going to be one of the favourites, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think this is key. This is why I've got so much youth in that side, because it's very important that they get to know each other. They get to feel what it's like to play with that England shirt on, because there's a lot of pressure. I mean, the eyes of the country are on you when you're playing. So I think it's key to get more and more experience and get to know that this England team really does play like a team. That's what Southgate's message is. He wants this England side to be like a team. And when you integrate players like Mount or like Sancho, then that's what happens.
Just finally, there's a lot more money in football these days, and maybe priorities are different. It's maybe not so much about the FA Cup or about the national team or whatever. I'd like to think the answer to this is going to be yes, but I'll ask you anyway. Does playing for England or your national team mean as much to them now as it did to you? Well,
I can't get in their heads, but I would hope it does. It was the most magnificent thing that happened to me when the manager would give you a little nod, say, look, the letter's coming from the FA, you're going to be in the squad. Every time that happened, it pulls you up, because that means you're one of the best players in the country. So I would sincerely hope so. My answer would be yes.
Okay, well, England on the verge of qualifying. They will. It's a case of when and not if. But with the squad that Paul picked and the team that he selected as well, there's got to be a chance that England will do very well when the Euros take place next summer.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.